Here's the prompt I put in for tonight. Bronze dragon in a clearing to start off with. Hit the visualize button. I came up with these 4 images. I'm going to use the 4th one as a reference. So I'm going to go down here. It says create variations. I click on that button. It pops into that there. So now I'm going to visualize the same prompt to see what I come up with. I should get more of number 4. There we go. We've got more of number 4. All right, so these look pretty good. I'm not going to save these guys or whatever. I like them all, but my computer's acting a little weird tonight, so I don't want to disrupt the training session. So what we're going to do is we're going to modify this slightly. We've got a bronze dragon. They're not overly bronze, but let's do some color changes here on the dragon. So my computer's got a mind of its own tonight. Waiting for my prompt to show up. There we go. Golden dragon. All right. And we're going to go visualize. Again, the reference image is going to have more weight and probably will have more weight in the color. Well, definitely added some character to the dragon. Looks like there's gold accents. Again, sometimes the prompts don't give you exactly what you want, but then they give you some uniqueness. So we're looking good here. So what we're going to do now is changes up a bit. I'm going to put a comma in there. Talking. I spelled talking right. There's too many eyes in it. To an elven queen. Cursor is catching up here. Let's go ahead and go visualize. Enter our prompt. All right, so looks like we have a dragon warrior talking to an elven queen here. And pictures 2 and 3 are half dragon, human and half human, half dragon. Do we want this? Well, if we wanted more of these, we'd go ahead and pop those up in replace the reference image up here with one of these. But I'm going to go see if I can get a regular dragon in conversation. So I'm going to go visualize again. Okay, so what do we have here? Looks like we have an elven queen looking warrior talking to a dragon. One of 2 things we can do here. We can either use, and looks like there's a queen talking to the dragon over here. Whoops. Sitting on the ground there. So I think we're going to go with number 2. So we're going to basically click over here, create variances. Variations here. Notice that's popped up into there now. And I'm going to go visualize using the same prompt, but using that image for weighing more of the elements that we're looking for. And we're going to go ahead and go enhance face. Still not quite what I'm looking for, or I think what we're going for tonight. Also, I'm going to change the aspect ratio. If anybody deals with one of the print-on-demand outfits, they have specific aspect ratios. So my aspect ratio that I will need is aspect ratio 2.3 by 2. Because once I basically go with the max, once I take this and upscale it to the max in Adobe Photoshop, because that's what I'm going to use, then I will, that aspect ratio will be what I need. So let's go visualize. That little extra added command there. We format our video a little bit. Almost square, not quite square. 16:9 would be like widescreen, but if you're dealing with t-shirts, mugs, cell phone covers, various other things, you want as much of a universal image as you can so you can get on more merchandise. Tidbit there. All right, so here's some not very attractive elven queens. Let's see here. What's our closest? That's a closer. I'm going to basically see if this dials us in. I'm going to pop that up in there to create variations. Go up in there. Okay, we're going to try it again. Sometimes it's hit and miss. So you get an image that is what you're looking for. We may have to do a little more expansion on this, or take it back to the basics again. You know, and then remove the reference image and run a few iterations. In either case, you want to run this. If you're running it on, if there's a relaxed mode, you'll usually want to run it in a relaxed mode because usually when you're paying for a subscription, fast rendering is at a premium, and then once you run out of fast rendering, then you go to relaxed rendering. I'm using relaxed rendering for everything we're doing here because it gives you the most bang for your buck, and I guess again, usually you can run relaxed rendering over and over again, unlimited, based on what plan you're on. So let's see here. That's a lot closer. So we've got one that's here. So we've got an elven queen that is talking to a dragon, and they all look like real dragons. So you basically achieved it, except they're small dragons. But then again, what's driving this picture? The reference picture. The humanoid is larger than the dragon in the picture, so therefore the reference image is basically saying that the dragon that is talking to the elven queen is going to be smaller, or approximately the same height. So let's get rid of the reference picture entirely, and we're going to run it straight up again and see what we get. And placement also needs to be considered. Part of this learning series is learning not to be intimidated by the prompts. Don't be intimidated by it. Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes it doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to what's going on. So notice we went back to basics, right back to the basic prompt, and where these are looking like golden dragons. So several iterations later, and we've got pretty much what we're looking for. So I think this is a basically real good set of images. In fact, I'm going to, do I want to download all these puppies? Yeah, I want to download all these images. All right, so there we have it. We have a golden dragon in a clearing talking to an elven queen. And she looks like, yeah, the one picture definitely looks like a queen. She looks like she's wearing some sort of crown. And these, like again, this is a removed reference picture. It went back to the artificial intelligence in the background. And we got not a huge dragon, but then again, if we're dealing with a scene such as this, you may want something a little smaller, because if you want the details of the queen and the details of the dragon, you have to compromise with size of the monster or the animal that you're dealing with. Everything is just popping up tonight. The calculator that popped up, I was using that to calculate aspect ratios earlier today. So, really. Oh, there we have it. We're going to